All right. Welcome to another episode of The Ignorance. It's free. It's your boy, Chris Green. And in case something is wrong with your eyes, you can see we got the one, we got the only Dre Barrs in the building. What's good, man?
It's cracking, fam,
I'm here. It was interesting because we were trying all week to make this interview happen.
I know, man's been busy this week. Is it?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like what, Monday, then Wednesday.
It's my fault, so I keep.
It was but it was my fault as well. But we made it happen because it was a must.
Yeah, I already know.
So I gotta get to the shits, but before I do, I think everybody wants to know. It's that time of year.
Yeah.
How many Christmas movies have you watched on the Women's Network?
I don't watch Christmas movies. Stop that from where the youths, you know?
Yeah. I know. I'm fucking with you. Yo, we got to get into this shit. So, okay, listen. I want to talk about a couple of things that I've seen on your past interviews that I just want to clear up because a lot of fans obviously want to know what's going on. Feel free to comment as you wish. Okay, so I'm just gonna drop the names. Ill Vibes. What happened to the what was it? The Brockage.
He told on me.
What?
He didn't notice me. I got charged. I was fucking charged. I had to get bailed and shit. I was arrested and shit.
Ill Vibes did this.
Yeah, like when I got, like it was random. It was a random traffic stop.
Yeah.
Asked me my name. I told him, they're like, you have a warrant for your arrest. I'm like, you're lying. They're like, yeah. I'm like, nah, I didn't do shit. Like, yeah. So when they brought me to the station, I didn't know what it was all about till fucking detective came in. He's like, yeah, you know this guy named Anthony, so and so and so. I'm like, no. He's like, oh, you're a rapper. Your name's Dre Barrs, and you don't know a rapper named Ill Vibe. And listen, this is the first time any police officer ever told me my rap name.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit. So right then and there, it's just like, yeah, I'm not beefing with this guy no more.
Well, obviously, he has the cops on speed dial.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hoodlum. This is just an update. You don't need to go into details. Just for the fans, I just want to know what's going on. That's all.
I don't know. He's just a little fish. So I cooked him, you know. Sometimes you have to fry up fish.
And then it's done.
Is it?
Drake.
Fuck. Your boy Jeezy.
The sixth god. Is it done? We're over, right? We're over it.
Yeah, I've been over it. You know what I'm saying? Like the last one I put out, I kind of told people like, this is it. You know?
Yeah, I like
Six
that
God
shit.
versus Gully Demon. It's funny, man.
Okay, so and now. Bars, there's a reason that I started with the shits. It's because, I mean, we're in a space where that's really all people give a fuck about. You know that, right?
Yeah, drama.
Yeah. So, you know, Toronto, I feel, is extremely talented. Like, we got a lot of amazing artists, you know, rappers, singers, whatever, in the city. But, you know, considering that people, they care about the music, but they care about the drama more.
Yeah.
Right? So, knowing that, what are the pros and cons of rap beef in Toronto, specifically in Toronto? Let's start with the pros. Like, what do you think it would actually do? Of course, keeping it on wax. What do you think it would actually do for the industry?
Yeah, people love to see it, so it gets a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely get your music some exposure, you know, because after the beef, and you're gonna want to hear what else you got. You know?
Right.
So it's really good for you as an artist. At the same time, like, I think there's more negatives in it, you know.
So let's talk about the cons.
The cons is, you know, people aren't gonna want to work with people like you because they look at you as maybe violent or you're threatening or aggressive, and you know, who wants to invite people that are like that to
And
their
then
venues
kinda,
and
yeah.
shit? Like, you know, it's gonna be hard to do a lot of things you would like to do.
But I mean, and now, granted, with what's been happening not today, but recently, which we'll touch on a little bit later, you know, when somebody puts out like a diss record, everybody's ears are just buzzing immediately. Social media is on fire because a lot of Toronto artists, unless you got the major backing, like when people put out good music, it kind of goes under the radar unless it's drama. So I mean, like with that, like, is there any limits to what could be or should be said in a diss record? So again, specifically in Toronto where people are accessible.
Limits, man. I you know what? Like, there's not. I can't say there could be limits. I can't say that. I can't, because I've said things in diss tracks that is a big violation. You know,
Too far.
way too far.
So what would make you want to do that?
It's just we dissing.
Yeah.
So if I'm dissing, I'm trying to go that far.
You're trying to push the boundaries as far as possible.
As far as possible, as far as my brain can think.
Right. So no limits when it comes to dissing.
No, I don't have any limits.
Should there be a limit if somebody's dissing you?
They really can't.
I
can't. That'll be a contradicting myself.
So keep in mind, it's strictly rap. So if somebody is throwing a diss record at you and it's strictly rap, it's staying on wax, you say whatever you want. It's a rap beef.
People have dissed me on records, right? And I've heard the most vulgar shit aimed at me. You know, it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Because it's rap.
The world keeps spinning.
All right, good. So what makes a better diss record? So facts. So when you're trying to diss somebody on a record, is it facts? Like, I know this about you and I'm telling the world this? Or is it just like clever punchlines?
I don't really like the whole expose this and expose that. Right?
Yeah.
But if the tracks have gotten there, okay, cool. But what makes a good diss record is, first of all, the beat.
Okay.
You got to pick a proper beat.
Yeah.
2, you can't come with no ABC rhymes.
Right.
You know, you got to be.
Let me get you a little closer on the mic, sir.
You got to look closer at what?
A little closer on the mic.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
You just got to be, more, you got to be really witty, really creative. Your delivery, you got to be top notch. Your flow got to be top notch. Just everything about your diss track has to be up there, because mind you, you're disrespecting somebody. So when people don't like your song, prepare for that disrespect back.
To come back.
Yeah.
So when it comes to a diss record, because again, the reason why I wanted to start with this is because, again, in the city, everybody's local, everybody's accessible.
Yeah.
Right. So with an actual diss record, do you think that if it's real drama, so I mean it's real drama, you rap, the other person raps, it's real, is it smart to actually even do a diss record to that person? Like, isn't that kind of stupid?
It is stupid but at the same time, probably don't even see these people.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, so what? I have a problem with one person, so I made a diss record for him, right?
Yeah.
How many, you think I'm the only person who has a problem with this guy?
Yeah.
So if he gets killed, right?
Yeah.
I'm the person to blame
because you have
because I said fuck you on my instrumental.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it doesn't really work that way. They gotta have some more evidence to go with that shit.
But doesn't it draw unnecessary attention? Again, I'm speaking generally here. I'm not talking about bars specifically, but generally here. Like, if you do that, doesn't it draw unnecessary attention to the artist?
Depends on how you go about it. Mm-hmm. Like, if you just put out your track, like for example, right?
Yeah.
I don't have no real beef with Brizzle.
Okay.
We made diss tracks for each other.
Yeah.
We ain't got no real beef. We're just saying who's a better rapper. He thinks he's better. I think I'm better.
Right.
So that's how we came to start dissing each other. Now, if something was to happen to him from somewhere, God knows where, I'm hot because I said this on an instrumental.
Good point.
You know, like, we're not getting at each other online and acting like fucking clowns.
Right.
You know, me and Hoodlum do that shit.
Right.
So I guess it would be kind of hot in that sense.
If something was to happen.
If something was to happen to me or him, then I guess we would both be kind of looked at. So but at the same times, we're from different sides of the city. Yeah. So the police ain't stupid. They're going to be like, yo, like, time and place type of thing, you know? They gotta
sync everything together.
They gotta sync it all in together, you
know? So okay, with what you just said with Hoodlum, right? So, and let's just take even him out of the equation. We talked about that. But just even moving forward with any other artist. So if there was something, real, would you moving forward still do a diss record to that person?
When the beef is for real, because I've been involved in for real beefs. Yeah. It depends on how I view the other side. Okay. If I view the other side like, you guys are punks, like, yeah, we're really beefing, but I don't rate you guys like that. Yeah. Then I'll diss you on a record.
Put it on wax.
But if I feel that you guys are some up to par guys, and I may take a L in the street, not on a record, but I mean in the street. Yeah. Then like, I'll probably keep it off record and we'll handle it.
See, I'm glad that you said that, only because, like, with the generation of rappers today, like, I don't really think that they think. You understand what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to like flashing on Instagram and like they don't put two and two together. And I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, you know, you're just being an old head, or you're not up to date, or you're not like this is what you're supposed to do." But like I think when you do things like that, it draws unnecessary attention. That's the only reason I asked the question.
These young boys are crazy online. YouTube comments, IG comments.
Yeah.
Yo, they go.
I gotta be honest with you, man. Sometimes I'll watch the interview or whatever I'm watching, but sometimes I'll just go directly to the comment section.
Might as well.
Because that's where the real shit actually happens.
And everybody knows that down to the fucking police. They know that. And it's crazy. These guys are saying the things they're saying in comments. Like, it's one thing saying, fuck you, you're hope you, whatever the shit.
Yeah.
But it's another thing saying, oh, I'm going to slide on your block today. And
why?
Like,
but okay, but why do you think they're doing that though? Because I personally think
anger, bro. Like these kids have took some L's.
Yeah,
they lost some friends and families and shit, and they also inherited their beef. You know, like if me and you are best friends, bro, and we're chilling, and somebody punches you in the face, well, guess what? For that guy, we got beef. It just happens like that, man. Like,
so do you also think that maybe they just feel safe? They're at home or they're wherever they are and they're online. They feel safe enough to post a comment like that?
Oh, man. I used to say that too, but some of these kids is really outside really doing what they're saying online.
So the reason I asked that question, it's just sticking with the battle theme. Would you battle? So let's just say you put out a diss record, right? You get a response, whatever, people talk. Mm-hmm. Would you ever, remember, this is just rap. Mm-hmm. Would you ever say, yo, well, fuck it then. Let's make some money off this. Let's put it together and let's battle face to face. Would you do that?
I'm not really for it because I might forget my rhymes and shit. Yeah. Niggas say, oh, Barrs got roasted, he choked, and like, fuck all of that, bro.
Yeah. I've done that many times.
People gonna remember me from my tracks, man. They gonna remember me from my tracks.
So you'd never do like a King of the Dot or anything like that?
I've considered it mad times, man. Yo. Honestly, I really just gotta sit in my room for like 2-3 months going over rhymes, and
make sure you memorize them.
Make sure I memorize them.
That's the fucking worst,
you know, because I've met King of the Dot battlers, like even from America, like DNA is crazy. This guy doesn't write no rhymes.
Oh, he's one of those guys that just
DNA don't write in his shit head. Bro. It's all in his head. And you see how long his rounds are. Yeah, it
goes for like 2-3 minutes.
5-minute rounds sometimes. Like these guys go in, bro. So fuck, man, I wouldn't want to battle a guy like DNA or K-Shine. These guys will crush you, bro. So,
but I mean, I could see them approaching you because you're ridiculously lyrical.
Yeah, like, so I'll kill them on a track.
Yeah.
But those are my guys, man. I wouldn't even want to go at those type of guys.
It's just basically not your lane.
Nah, man. You know, that's the thing with rap, man. So you got to learn how to stay in your lane, man. Mm-hmm. Every time certain people jump out their lane, you seen what happened with cannabis.
Yeah.
You know, when you try to jump out your lane sometimes, you gonna realize this isn't for you. This is not for you. So, you know.
So, Barrs, I have to bring it up.
Yeah.
All right. You know, I have social media like everybody else. I have access to YouTube, and you know, there was a diss record that you put out. The diss record is called Goof.
Oh,
and
man.
It was in response to another record.
Yeah.
Right. And just before you even, I know you don't really want to talk about that, and I'm gonna respect that. But I heard both songs. I thought both songs were incredible. I'll definitely edge it to you though, because I thought the beat was disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But
man, fuck that. Hey, that joint he put out was called "Suck Your Mom."
Yeah.
That shit it was hard. My own nigga even made the beat, right? So niggas was asking, yo, how did your homie make the beat for this? I'm like, yo, we were all homies, and like stop this. Like it's nothing.
And it's just music.
You know, rocket science. If it's just music with me and Pax,
with you and the guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I'm saying to you though, honestly, because I've
known Pax for years. You know, Pax is from my circle. You know, at the end of the day, I don't want to do nothing to Pax. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I want to lit down Pax. Like,
of course.
Nah, it's not even like that. So Whatever happens. So,
all right. Well, all I'm saying is, if we just keep it on wax, both of you guys keep it on wax. And what's ill about it is, like, literally when those songs came out, fire. That's all I seen on my timeline.
No disrespect to Brizzle, bro, but honestly, when Pax dropped his diss record and I dropped mine back for him, I never heard about Brizzle's disses no more.
I knew that he had one out, but again, and no disrespect to him either, but I was like, whoa. And especially how fast you responded, which I want to talk about that, because I seen on some of your other interviews, like, I know you record yourself all the time and you'll be writing your bars or whatever like that. You'll go and then you'll just go and freestyle the rest of it.
Yeah.
So that response that you did, was that a freestyle or did you write that?
Which one?
Goof.
For Brizzle? Oh, for Pax?
Yeah.
I wrote the shit out of that. Fuck? I'm not gonna front.
Like, I wish I could have freestyled that shit.
Yeah, I never had no time to even process no freestyles at the time. Like, I heard that track, I'm like, all right, let me find a beat and start writing around.
You couldn't freestyle or the response to that. You had to.
I could have, but it wouldn't have been good as the written.
What it is,
So
how long did it actually? Okay, so when did you hear the record itself, the diss record? And then from that timestamp to you writing it, recording it, releasing it, what was the
I heard his record right when it dropped. It was like, I don't know, I think 11 or midnight or some shit. It was late in the night.
Yeah.
I heard it right when it dropped because the nigga tagged me.
Okay.
So I heard it right away,
Like,
so
I gotta see this shit.
I put it on. First, I seen the IG post. I listened to that, and I'm like, holy shit, this nigga's going the fuck in. So I put it on the YouTube. Heard the whole 4 fucking minutes of it, and I was just like, "Fuck, this nigga's going in." Like, it's a lot of bullshit in the song.
But if you're,
that's how diss tracks are.
And if you're like me and you're just a listener, you don't know what's real from what's not. You just know it's bars and it's. I mean, not to, no pun intended. You just know it's punchlines.
And the track was so long that I can't really sit here and go back and forth about which ones were real and which ones were,
Yeah.
Overall, it was a fire track. The beat was hard. The flows were hard.
It was sick.
Lyrics
honestly,
were hard.
I was like,
oh,
shit.
hard, bro. Honestly, and then so I started writing, and halfway through my joint writing, I was like, man, honestly, I don't even want to do this shit right now because I'm tired. I wasn't feeling good. My stomach was fucked. I wasn't eating properly and shit because I was just so into this drama shit going on and shit. So I wasn't even. I was just drinking and smoking. Yeah. So about at 3-4 in the morning, it kind of caught up with me.
Okay.
But I had to fight through that shit. I'm like, nah, I gotta drop something for when people wake up. When people wake up, they gotta wake up to this Dre Barrs shit.
Yeah. So, okay, you heard the record, 11 o'clock. You started getting into it. Wasn't feeling too good, 3 o'clock. So when did you...
Bro, I dropped mine like 7 a.m. And then I just went to sleep. I just let it out. Usually when I drop something, I'll like share it around and send it to a couple people that I know will share it around. And, I try to do a little bit of promo and shit, stories and shit. Yeah. When I dropped that, I just straight dropped that shit and went to sleep, bro.
And then you woke up to the madness.
Yeah, I woke up to like hundreds of notifications, man.
Yo, all I'm saying is the city needed that. And what was dope, too, is how quickly you responded. Like, I don't want to talk about like the Tory Lanez.
That's the time it is now.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah,
I was about to say you don't want to talk about the Tory shit, but that's the times we're in, bro. You see what happened when Drake dissed Meek with the Charged Up?
That killed him.
And Meek was laughing like, bro, you should have just killed him right away. Because the Charged Up it was a good song, but Meek got some fire. So we know that Meek would have killed that song
if he would have
right away. But he did it, and then Jake dropped back to back, and it was over. It was the Blue Jays versus Philadelphia and World Series.
But the thing is like, and not to dwell too much on that because that's way back, but it is important for you other rappers out there listening. You gotta respond immediately because the longer you take to respond, it builds up the anticipation and it builds up the expectation. Yep. So if you wait, even if you drop something you think is amazing. Mans are just like, it wasn't what we thought it was.
Yeah, and then by the time Meek did drop, no one wanted to hear it.
Exactly.
And then there was like, Like
Exactly.
we know you're sicker than this. What
Yeah.
you doing right now?
It was a letdown. So do you think that, like, as far as the track for track with that artist, is there anything left, or we just done with that? We're moving on. And just in terms of like music
with Pax.
Yeah, just in terms of music.
I think it's over with the music
over with.
thing, you know, because he dropped first, I dropped second.
And that's really kind of all you could do.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, we're from the same circle. So, you know, when we dropped our songs, we started getting calls from the penitentiary and shit.
People were probably like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? Like, a lot of people are mad at us about it. The whole fucking Toronto loves it, but anyone who knows us personally is kind of upset about
I
it.
mean, I even told you before we got the cameras on, like, yo, Queen Victoria is my shit.
Yeah,
and
that was one of my fucking... I won't say one of my best tapes. It was a damn good tape.
I like that tape.
Double disc, fucking 30 tracks. You got Queen Street side, Victoria Park side. If you haven't heard it, go check that shit out.
Yeah, man. The link will be in the description.
Straight
but I like that shit. So like I said before, we even got the cameras on. Like, it was just saddened to hear that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shit happens. You know.
Yeah.
So I'll go sometime.
I seen the other day, you and Jeezy Low. Shout out to Jeezy Low. That guy's a monster, by the way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
literally.
Yeah. And on the 12th, you guys released the record. You want to get that?
Nah, go ahead.
On the 12th, you guys released the record of this month, 50 Round Drum and Blue Woo.
Yeah.
And you know, Blue Woo. I'm just going to say what I seen in the comments.
Yeah.
Without saying any names.
All right.
What? Why?
Why what?
In the Blue Woo part. By the way, the 50 Round Drum, that's sick, by the way. Whoever produced that beat, and you guys, it's kind of like a calypso vibe or whatever like that, like the drums and
the 50
shit.
Round Drum, that one was a Kodak beat.
It was?
Yeah,
Okay,
the Blue Woo though, that was our shit.
Okay,
that's Jeezy's beat. I don't know if it was Ox from F4TG that made that, but that's an original beat.
Okay. So there was a line in that record that Jeezy said about another artist, and I don't want to bring up the name because I actually like the artist myself, right? But I mean, what's happening in terms of the inner clique right now? Is it getting smaller? The rap clique, by the way. That's what I meant to say. The rap clique.
The inner clique, the rap clique.
Is it getting smaller?
A couple.
Okay. Okay.
You know what? When it comes to my rap clique, M3G, I started it with somebody that we don't speak anymore, right?
Yeah.
So we started it together. I came up with the idea. I brought it to him. He's like, let's do this shit. Yeah. We started this shit. And it's been that since then. Right, so I can't just say, "Oh, he's not part of that."
Of course.
To say, "Oh," to say we're downsizing. I that's why I hesitated with the answer. So 'cause I can't really say he's not that. You know what I'm saying? It's just maybe I'm not that. Okay. Just right now, we're just not seeing eye to eye like that. You know?
Okay. That's good for me. That's good for me. And you know, and I'll say the same thing that I said about, you know, the artist you made the Goof record for, and I hope that gets fixed because big fan of that artist.
Shit happens.
Exactly. I'm just I
right
gotta
now, shout out
I
to
have
my
to say
F4TG squad. You know.
I as a fan.
But at the same time, I'm kind of embracing being the complete soloist.
Yeah.
You know, I like this solo.
What is it about that you like so much? Being just like a little more independence.
That, you know, I don't gotta like call nobody to do shit. I don't gotta wait for no verses from nobody. I ain't gotta. I'm just doing it. Just doing it. You know, like, cause if you really take it in, I've been just putting records out, record after record after record. I don't even fuck who hears it. I'm just putting them out, cause I'm not sitting on them no more. And I feel like when you have more people involved, you'll sit on records longer.
Because you're waiting.
Yeah, and they'll get old. And
do you have that problem as an artist? Like, because obviously, as you said, you record yourself, you stack up music. Do you get like, fuck, I don't even want to put that out. I recorded that last week. I just wrote some new shit that's way better.
God, you don't even know. When it's time to shoot a video, I don't even know what to shoot. It's just like picking eeny, meeny, miny, mo type shit. And you know, this old shit that you start playing, like, fuck, I'm shooting this next week. And then next week you record the illest song of your life. You're like, fuck, I'm shooting this. Like, it's a motherfucking bitch, bro.
I want to switch gears for a second, because I would be remiss not to bring this up to talk about the current status in the city with all the gun violence, right? And you know, this interview is going to be out there, so I don't want to use an actual number, but basically it's the highest it's ever been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean,
bodies on top of bodies. But listen.
Yeah, here we go.
The van attack, that was 10.
So that kind of bumped it right up.
Yeah, right? If that didn't happen, it wouldn't be like that, right?
Yeah.
We'd still be under. So people just need to chill out a bit.
So, okay. So with that, and that's a really good point, right? But do you think it's going to get worse before it gets better?
Yes.
So why?
Because city's getting dangerous.
Okay, but
city's
why?
Getting more dangerous.
Okay, but why?
More people, more money.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know to tell you the truth, man. There's so much problems that so many things have happened.
Right.
And people are not letting those go.
Okay.
And more things are gonna happen
because people
and
are not letting things
people
go.
won't let those new things go, and it's just this is a cycle,
compounding.
This is a major city.
So then,
matter of fact, we're not even bad, bro, compared to New York and Chicago.
Oh hell yeah, this is
Detroit.
nothing in comparison.
Like, come on, man, we're not even the worst city in Canada when it comes to this shit.
But Bars, how do we? Because you just gave a really good breakdown as to why it's gonna get worse. People aren't letting things go. Okay, fine. How do we fix it?
Fix what? Letting that go?
Okay. When you say letting that go, you're being specific. I'm saying, how do we fix the violence problem in the city, the gun violence?
Oh my God, I don't even think.
Do you want to take that because we got to pause?
It's okay. These guys are. Sorry, I don't mean that word.
Yeah, don't worry about
Actually,
that.
I kind of do. But listen, I don't think it could be fixed. I think it's just a problem that they're gonna have to deal with straight up.
Who has to deal with it?
The government, the police, the citizens, everybody who lives in the city.
Yeah, but I mean, think about the city that you live in, and people don't necessarily, they're not super quick to cooperate with police.
Okay.
If you're working, you don't participate.
You think the citizens are gonna want to lock up their people? Like, it's not, listen, like, how you gonna tell on people and act like you're just cool out here?
Right.
You know they don't like that out here.
Right.
So fuck the whole stop snitching shit.
Yeah.
You know it's what. If you live in a hood or a project or on a block, or you live in somewhere that's not some big upscale area, you know how the people are.
You know how exactly, yeah.
So why would you want to tell and jeopardize yourself and your family?
That's a really good point, because that's why people
You
don't
think
tell.
these politicians care about that?
Yeah.
How about this? You think these politicians have brothers and uncles getting gunned down on Jane?
Absolutely not.
Nah, bro. So they want you to tell. They don't give a fuck what we're going through.
So let me give you a hypothetical. Okay? So mom, she's got her kid. All she does is work. Her kid's fucking, I don't know, 8, whatever. And they live on the block, and something happens. Worst case scenario happens, and there's a stray. Yeah. Mom knows who did it. Should the mom cooperate?
It depends on what kind of life the mom is living.
The mom goes to work.
She's a citizen.
She goes to work.
Yeah, she should cooperate.
Okay.
The fuck?
You're talking, so when you say you shouldn't, you're talking about, like, you know, people who
But listen.
Okay.
Say that shot hit someone else's kid. Should the mom go and say, "Oh, I know who did it"? No, mind your fucking business. Let that play out however it plays out. And I'm sorry, that's a sad story, but
yeah,
why put yourself in people's business?
Right, I see what you're saying.
You know, my mom always told me that.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in people's business. Mind your business. Yeah. You know, it's like.
I remember actually one time I used to live around like Tuxedo Court.
Yeah.
And my uncle, he seen this guy beating up his girlfriend, like broad daylight in front of everybody, beating the shit out of her. And he intervened, pulled the guy off. They got into a fight. Police came, and then the girl pressed charges against my uncle, and he was just trying to help her.
See what I'm saying? Should have minus blood clot business. Like, it's super simple.
Yeah.
You see people, someone licking down people. Yo, I just keep it moving, keep walking. It's not my business, and I'm not Superman out here.
Yo, playing devil's advocate. All right. If you know,
it was me or mine.
No. Actually, fuck yeah, yes.
If it was me or mine. Now I understand. I have family.
Yeah.
They're not in the streets and shit. So if something was to happen to them or to me, and you know we're family.
Yeah.
So their heart is hurting.
Yeah.
So I understand if they would make statements and help the police with their case. I'm like, say I'm dead.
You're gone. You're out of the picture.
Yeah, like, it's not like I could control what they do or say.
Right.
You think they're going to give a shit how I feel? They want justice, right? They
Right.
want somebody to pay for this. And
Right,
so
of
that's,
course.
listen, a family, and that's another thing too. A family will be good with, say I killed you.
Yeah.
Your family will be very fucking good with me getting murdered in the streets.
I would hope so.
They're going to be fine with me getting murdered or locked up.
Yeah.
Either which way, they
Justice
want some type of justice.
Right.
You know, so I don't know, man. When it
No.
comes
That's a good answer, because at the end of the day, that is what people want. And what's fucked up to me is like when you watch the news and you see like police gunning down, you know, unarmed people, and like, you know, riots are happening, and then the family's responding and they're saying, hey, no violence, no violence, no violence. In the back of my mind, I'm like, I know you don't mean that shit. You're just saying that because you kind of have to.
You're saying that because it hasn't hit home yet.
Yeah.
You know, like, kill one of those people's sons. They gonna want some justice.
Sort of retribution.
Exactly.
So I wanna switch gears a bit again, because we were talking about the violence in the city, Bars, and if somebody has an option, so you're a kid and you're growing up on the block. Right? And you know the opportunities that the block can provide you. But at the same time, you live in Toronto, right? You live in Toronto. I'm not saying it has the most opportunities in the world, but there's lots of ways, even if you cannot be employed, there's still lots of ways that you can get money through, you know, social works, etc. So
what kind of money?
Okay, we're going to go there, because I have a feeling like that's going to be a part of your answer. So do you feel that if something happens to that person, they get locked up, they get shot or whatever like that, should we feel bad for that person if they had choices
to leave that life,
to not even go in it? Because, you know, people fucking follow fashion. They're seeing their friends do this, do that, do this. Meanwhile, mom and dad are giving them everything they need. They don't have to do that. I personally know people that did that. And something bad happens to them. They go to jail or they get shot. Whatever. Do we feel bad for that person? Or we're like, what the fuck? What do you expect?
Same, you know, when it's someone else, I don't ever feel bad. I'm just like, this is how the story goes. If it hits home, though, of course I'm going to feel bad because it hit home.
Even if that person didn't have to lead that life. They could have did whatever they wanted. And as a person, and I'm not saying you specifically, but as a person who had no options, looking at a person who had all the opportunities in the world and they still chose to go left, like, wouldn't you be like, you're a fucking idiot?
Those youths who don't need to be in this type of lifestyle, and then they jump in this lifestyle.
They make a conscious choice to do that.
Okay, so something happens to them, I'm like, it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. You're just adding to the fucking murder rate, you fucker. Yeah. Like, that's all it is. Whatever.
So, but you don't feel a ways, though.
No.
Okay, well, that's kind of...
I guess somebody told me I'm kind of desensitized to this shit.
Yeah.
You know, numb to this shit.
Well, after so long, right? Naturally.
You know, I've had my time, too, you know. I died in a helicopter before.
What?
Stabbed up 13 times and shit. And fucking, they revived me in a helicopter. I woke up in Sunnybrook.
Without having to go into names, places, or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about that. That doesn't seem like the easiest thing to talk about, but that's the first time I've ever fucking heard that.
Yeah, what you want to know about it?
Again, without divulging place, names, or anything like that, what happened? So you woke up that day And then the next day, you woke up in the hospital. Walk me through that.
Basically, I was on house arrest. I was on some serious charges, so I was on house arrest. Went to a house party. Things went crazy. Yeah. I was at the house party like 5 minutes. Things got crazy. Long story short, got stabbed up by about, I don't know, like, it was between either like 8 to like 11 guys. Like, so I usually just say like 10 guys.
Yeah. Just,
you know what I'm saying? 10 guys rushed me, they jumped me. And, stabbed me all over the place in my back, in my arm and shoulder and lower back and,
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So so police came, ambulance came, they put you in a chopper.
Nah. So when it happened, like I said, I was at this house party,
Yeah.
So my homies, well, not my homies, but some guys I knew.
Some people.
Came and helped me out. And some of them were my homies, though.
Okay.
But I don't like to say that because people will be like, oh, so why your homies just let you get stabbed up?
Right, and then
what people have to understand is I live a different life than these type of people.
Right.
So just because somebody is a 9-to-5 working guy, I can't expect people like that to come out of their comfort zone and when this type of live action is happening.
It's not, they didn't sign up for that.
Exactly. I'm not going to be mad at you because you didn't get down with a bunch of guys with knives, like it's not your field.
That's real. I'm glad I'm glad you said that. That's real because a lot of people, they will kind of separate themselves. So they'll grow up with a person, you know what I mean?
Like I said, these are the guys that saved my life, so I don't like when anybody disrespects them. Yeah. So not every single person who was there was like my homie, but a couple of them were. So I know they kind of felt away when people started talking shit like, oh, your guys didn't help you. Like,
do anything.
Like, nah, don't talk about them like that. These are the reasons. These guys are the reasons
why you're even still here.
But yeah, so whatever. They picked me up. They got me into somebody's van. Yeah. Somebody had like a minivan. Got me in there. I was taking a ride to a hospital, and it was a crazy ride, man. That ride to the hospital was a fucking bitch.
So you had the whereabouts. You were conscious. You knew what was going on the whole time.
Yeah, fully knew what was going on.
Oh shit!
And that ride to the hospital was just a bitch because I could just feel my back bubbling, So it was just like fuck. And then whatever, we finally get there. And I don't know, I was trying to stay awake this whole time because I was so mad that this happened.
You were just pissed.
I didn't even really understand the severity of it yet.
Yeah.
I just thought I got rushed and now I'm bleeding out. So I'm thinking, okay, they stabbed me. So I'm not thinking, about arteries and
you
shit
just
like that.
I got stabbed.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go fucking watch it when I get up. Like, I'm going to like, watch everybody out here. And it was crazy because I was so mad. And, like, I'm talking about right when I got stabbed up and they started walking away, right? Because I was on the ground the entire situation of it. Yeah. Like, I was running and shit. I slipped on the ground. They were close, so I just kind of balled up and it was ready for the pounding, you know?
Yeah, you got to protect.
And so they're stabbing me.
Yeah.
So now when they're all done in that shit, and I'm thinking, okay, watch when they get up. I'm going to, mind you, I'm already on serious charges. I'm on house arrest. I shouldn't be out here.
Shouldn't even be there in the first place, yeah.
So that's all I had on my mind, and I think that's another thing that kept me alive. My anger to like,
because I have to get back because I gotta get back.
I need to get revenge for this one. Like,
Bart, how old were you when this happened?
19 when that
19.
happened.
You know what I noticed is why is it at that age we're invincible to the world?
Oh my! You want to know? It's funny you would even say that because when I was 19, I felt invincible.
Yeah, why? Why do we get that in our head?
I don't know, man. I think you just know you're about to hit your 20s. You're done with this teenager shit.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is. You just know you're about to be like a real adult. There's no more teen in your age. So.
Yo, I wanted to ask you, and I'm curious about this.
Yeah.
We talked about, people getting into the life, making the conscious choice to get into that life, even though they don't have to, right? And there's a reason why I bring that back up. A lot of people, like
some people feel like they have to.
No,
whatever.
absolutely.
That's
And some people do have to. I'm not trying to downplay anybody's life choices, right? But a lot of people, like on records, Instagram, whatever, free to mend them, free this one, free that one, free this one, free that one. Is there ever a time where no, nigga, you deserve to be locked up?
All the time, bro.
Okay.
You want to know why though? Because some guys, they shouldn't be around.
Yeah.
Straight up, like rapists.
Yeah.
Do your time. Do all
You
of it.
should be off the streets.
You should be doing more time than people caught with firearms.
100%.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And and if you're shooting up fucking parks in Danforth and Ribfest and you're hitting innocent people and other people, do your time, bro.
Can I ask you
do
that?
Your time.
Can I ask you that too?
I'm not telling nobody to willingly go turn yourself in.
Of course. Yeah.
Like I'm just saying, like, don't cry when you get your sentence. Do your time. Yeah. Straight up.
I wanna talk to you about that. The whole shooting in public places, complete disregard for innocent life.
Shit happens.
But I mean, okay, great. So that's the mentality, right? Because it's like, I'm gonna get you before you get me. But do you think
Sometimes it's not always like that.
I know, but you might be going where I'm going. So do you think that it should be, hey, I don't like you, you don't like me, you want to kill me, and I want to kill you. But if we're in a public place, children are around, we should respect that space.
Yes.
Next time I see you, it's on though.
Yes.
So why
even follow them out of here?
Yes, but so why isn't it like that?
Because these guys are, I guess, a bit trigger happy.
Yeah.
You see an enemy, they say you see an op.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, I think it gives them a rush.
See red.
It's like, yeah, you see red. And I know how it is for me.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit older, so
right.
I'm a bit more calm and collective, and I know how to analyze the situation. Plus, I have fucking children.
Kid yourself, right?
You know what I'm saying? So I always will analyze the situation, even if I gotta take the L. I don't understand these kids too. I feel like they're just firing a bunch of wild shots.
Right.
Like they're just, I don't know.
Random.
Yeah, like how hard is it to aim at the person you want to hit and hit him?
Right.
I don't see why you're hitting kids. Like if the guy's running away, you better hold your shot because you don't want to hit somebody
exactly.
stupid. I don't understand this shit.
You
guys don't watch movies?
Yeah.
Yo, fuck.
Like that.
This ain't a movie, but like it shows you like in what movies you see them fucking shooting kids and going to random strip malls and just start emptying out unless it's some terroristic shit.
Right.
It's a bit crazy.
And that's the whole thing.
But
here we go. I knew there was a big but. See how loud that shit was?
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
This is Toronto.
Yeah.
In BC, these guys have broad day shootings on residential big house neighborhoods regularly at the mall. These guys have the craziest shootings. They have 5 people murdered in an apartment. So they have some crazy shit.
So what do you think that the media is just overhyping it then?
They're hyping up Toronto because we have so much fucking attention with our music, with our style, with our way of talking.
But I mean, like, that to me would do a disservice for the media because we also rely on, tourism. Caravan is a big thing.
You think that's slowing down?
I mean, clearly not.
Nah, that ain't slowing down because the city isn't that bad.
It's not that bad anyway.
This ain't Detroit. This ain't Montego Bay. Remember Montego Bay earlier this year?
Yeah.
They're like, yo, listen, know yourself when you're going to Montego Bay. Tourist, know yourself. Yeah. That's what they would tell the rest of the world. It's not like that in Toronto.
Yeah, so it's not really, okay. And that's fair. And I think that's a message that needs to be, and I think, as a matter of fact, I think most people
I don't want people that live outside of Toronto to be scared to come into Toronto.
Right.
I don't want no one who lives in Toronto to feel like you can't go outside. You know, yes, there is areas in Toronto you should not be outside in the nighttime.
No.
You know, if you're in the hood, I'm not gonna name any of them. But
you
if
know.
you are in a hood, you know you're in a hood.
Yeah, you know.
You know, what are you doing? Like,
Use
just
common
make sure you
sense.
get into your place or you get out of that place.
Right.
There's no chilling, and that's what you guys want to do. Just know what you're in for.
Right.
You know, so the only thing that will greet you them type of hours a night is police or gunshot.
Violence.
Remember I told you that.
You know, Barrs, Gully Demon.
Yeah.
We got to talk about that. I listened to your album. The album mixtape Demon Diaries.
Yeah, that's
Is it a mixtape or album?
I call it an album actually because
Okay.
it's all original beats. Me and my homie Nugs, as always, kicking down beats. Me and my homie Grizz we're the trio, you know, we're the holy trio.
Listen, if you guys haven't heard that project, description is in the link. Go stream the fuck out of that. Incredible, top to bottom. Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
A lot of people told me they liked it, and when I first put it all together, I didn't like it.
Crazy.
I didn't like it.
Why?
Because I was in a dark space like
Well,
I usually am,
Demon
but this time
Diaries.
I wasn't. I didn't care about hooks. I didn't care about gimmicks. I didn't care about features.
That's actually what I liked about it. There's barely any hooks on it at all. A lot of the beats have they're just mostly melodies. Not even a lot of drums in the instrumentals. You know what I mean? So
you know?
why did you choose to do that?
Nugs sends the beats, and back in the days, Nugs used to send the beats that I used to pass over, and I felt like fuck, man, I shouldn't have passed on them.
So what it like when you passed
it would be a
over on
hit.
those beats? Like somebody else used them.
I don't even know. Nugs will send the beats to a few artists that he messes with, but I just look at it like shit. I should have hopped on that. Should have did something with that. I didn't, and you know.
Old school Nikisha.
Old school Nikisha.
That's my shit, yo.
That's a real song.
Yeah, I have to ask you about that, man. Because
Yeah.
first of all,
Yeah.
listen to the album entirely. Play it back to front to back, many, many times. You'll enjoy it. But play that song.
Yeah.
That's a real song. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, okay,
That's
I
about
know
a
this
girl
is.
named Nikisha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you speak to that at all, or that's too close to home?
No, you can speak on that all day, man. What you want to know about that?
So who is this girl? Shoplifting.
I had a friend, and it was his sister, you know.
Yeah.
And he was a good friend of mine, and that was his sister. So
Yeah.
we were cool. We were close, you know.
So based on your relationship and how she moved, you're like, yo, I gotta make a fucking song about you.
Yeah, because after, you know, like, she is a different person. If anybody is watching this that knows her personally,
Yeah.
they'll know. She has issues, you know, and I'm not going to sit here and air out her business.
Yeah, not funny.
But she has issues. And, yeah, like, she goes the most, out of anybody I've ever had an issue with, she goes the most extreme limit.
Right.
And mind you, I've never had no type of relations with her. Like, it's nothing like that.
Right.
Like, it's my boy's sister.
Right, so you guys just have a dope relationship.
We used to.
Okay.
You know, we used to.
Okay.
But now we don't.
So, Gully Demon, that whole project to me, you're kind of like, just with the name alone, it's like anti-religion.
The Gully Demon. I am anti-religion.
So, and I want to talk about that because you had an interview where you talked about, you know, not really fucking with religion because you don't like, and a lot of people don't like religion because it's like, some people it's like brainwashing, and it is to an extent. But you say, you know, people will literally live by that book to a T. Talking about the Bible, obviously. So I assume you live by like a strict code as well. So and you live to that by a T. So is that not hypocritical a little bit?
How?
So when people
Am I like opening a blood clot building and telling everybody come to the Gully Demon Church and pay me to tell you about my demon life? Come, let's pass a basket around while I'm on stage freestyling off the top of my head, telling you about all the demonic shit that I know of.
So, it's the profit that the church makes off of religion that deters you. What is it?
It's everything. It's the lies. It's the stories. It's the fairy tales. It's the profit. It's the poppy show. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know if everybody here knows what poppy show means.
I don't.
But
please tell me.
Basically, it's the showing off. Like, look at everybody at church on Sunday.
Yeah.
Why is everybody dressed to the T?
I know. When I go to church, I go in jeans.
Party of Guan?
Yeah.
Like you're coming here for an hour or two.
Yeah.
What's with all this flashiness?
Good point.
You know, like,
and then they get mad at you when you don't dress up to go to church.
I don't understand this. You know, like, there's so many things that's wrong with it. I just think
Barrs,
I don't think Christianity is for black people.
Okay, so and it's interesting that you brought that up because I know a lot of black people have that viewpoint. But what about your parents?
My mother is a Christian woman.
So you grew up with this. You went to church as a child.
Yep. Not as a child. I went to church as a teenager.
Okay.
That's what my time I took in church. And that's when I really... So I went to Catholic schools as a child. Yeah. And these schools always have mass and shit. And they bring in they priest. Sorry, I was so hard not to say
He has to say it because there's some real facts behind it.
They bring in these priests. Yeah. And they be talking and and they passing out their white cookies and grape juice for the man them. And it's like, what's with all of this theatrics? I'm in school, bro. I'm here to learn a thing, fam. Show me about some rocket science, B. I want to fly a rocket. These kids want to be astronauts. You know what I mean? Show them that.
Yeah.
How about you show kids how to pay taxes, how to get their license, how to pay bills?
Bro,
that's another topic. Yeah. They got this crap in the schools. So when I was in schools and they were talking about First Communion and all of that stuff, I was never really involved. My mom wasn't involved. And then one day she got saved. And by that time, I was like in high school. Yeah. You know, and I was getting in trouble, you know, and when you're on house arrest and shit, you got to do what your surety tells you to do. So my mom says, church time, bro. I forgot church. And I hate it, man. I used to hate it.
So you'd never go back to church. You don't. Okay, let me ask you a more direct question. Because, again, religion is wishy-washy. Do you believe in God?
No.
So what happens when you die?
The fuck? You tell me what happens when you die. You're
based on my religion, I think you go. So you know what I think.
Tell me based on a fact.
I don't know. I haven't. All
right
yet.
Then. I don't hearing this rasclap beat. No, because no one has these answers.
Yeah.
Yo, to me, I feel like you see what happens when you go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
They say sleep is a cousin of death. All right. What happens when you go to sleep? Sometimes you dream. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
That's what your death gonna be like. And you ain't gonna wake up this time.
I ask a lot of people that question who have very strong viewpoints similar viewpoints on religion, and when I ask them what happens when you die, that is the exact same answer that I always get.
That's what I think. Again. You know, people say they see Duppys and spirits and all this stuff. All right, cool.
You did a song on this album, Demon Diaries, called Crazy Times, and you had a line in there, never writing songs about my dad. So the reason why I pointed that one line out is because, by the way, and the reason why I'm such a fan of Demon Diaries is because I'm a lyricist guy. I love punchlines, I love flow, and I love it when an artist that can do that well does an entire body of work of just that. You know what I mean? I hate it when I get a really good lyricist and they're trying to be, nothing wrong with being introspective, but they're rapping about. I'm not interested in your viewpoint in that. Give me what I bought this for, what I know you're good at, and that's what Demon Diaries is to me.
Thanks.
So anyway, so that's why that line stuck out to me. It was a little introspective.
Never writing songs about my dad.
Yeah,
just want to be looked at as another youth with daddy issues.
Okay,
because you know we looked at in the black community.
Absolutely.
You know, so I feel like if you be writing songs about your dad, they're going to be like, oh, here's another one, his dad. Nah, man, just get over it, man.
I myself do have a song about that. I won't get into it because it's not about me. But, of course, I have to
I just say get over it. Like, be your own father. Father whatever you got. You know, father your own situation, man.
Okay, so
you're going to have to learn it as a kid anyways, man. You're going to grow up.
Do you have a relationship with your father?
No, not really, no.
Okay.
I haven't seen the man in years. If I was to see him, though, it's not like it's like no problem. I'm going to be like, yo, what's going on? It's just weird, though, because we haven't had no relationship since I was like 15. So,
that's...
So if I was not like we haven't seen each other, but we haven't really done nothing or hung together or like
father son shit.
Yeah, none of that shit.
Yeah.
So it's awkward because when I was a youth, I used to call him dad.
Right.
Now if I was to see him now, it's like I don't know what to call this nigga.
Call him whatever.
Yeah, I'd probably just say yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yo, like you don't know that.
But I mean, and that's and you raise a good point with that, you know, the awkwardness. Yeah. Like when your father is out of your life and then you actually see him again. Mm-hmm. But I mean, and we'll move past this because I know it's not something.
I think for other people, it might be a little bit more awkward than it would be for me because I did a lot of things in my life.
What, to separate to
not
tarnish
even
that relationship between you?
Not even. It's just after that a relationship tarnished. I've been through a lot of nigga. I died, you know, like I've done a lot of time.
Yeah.
I've crashed motorcycles. I've crashed cars. I've been in altercations. I've been in a lot of things, you know. I became a rough rider. I became a gang member. I became a lot of different things in my life. So it's like
that's nothing.
Yeah, what the fuck? Daddy?
Yeah,
it doesn't even, I can't even understand the concept anymore of me calling somebody dad, and my family's not even really like that anyways.
So okay, so and who do you, because this to me is this is a personal question, right? So if there is separation between the father and son, whatever, who should be the one to initiate that contact to rebuild that relationship?
Whoever's in their feelings the most.
Okay.
If you if there's a father and a son, they don't talk. If the father feels away, call your damn kid. The son, if you feel away, call your damn father.
So as a son who's fucking pissed that their dad left, so he's thinking, no, you need to call me. You're saying, no, nigga, you pick up the phone, call your dad.
Man, somebody gotta fucking cut out the foolishness.
Yeah.
Cut out the crap. Like, yo, man, pick up the damn. If you're in your feelings thinking about somebody, call them. Regardless if it's your father, an ex, a friend, anyone. If you're in your feelings thinking about someone and you have their contact,
and call them.
Stop. Get over this pride crap, the stubbornness. Who do you think you are? Are you perfect?
Right.
Are you perfect? No. So just
call them.
Or get over it.
That's real.
Get over it.
You got a song called Street Ties. A nigga street smart plus street wise. So the reason why I think that I want to bring that up is because we talked about, you know, that hypothetical person who has a choice of being in the street or doing something with their life. So you know, you're street smart, street wise, book smart. I assume that line came from real life, right? So what do you think prevented you from using your, you know, book smarts?
Product of my environment, you know, the peers around. When I was going through high school, in high school I used to get, you know, bullied and shit. Grade 9 and grade 10 I used to get bullied. I think even in grade 11 I got robbed.
Yeah.
And I said never again.
Right.
It's just like, yo, people don't really, you gotta really watch your kids, man. Like, especially teenagers, they go through a lot.
So, Barrs, I do want to wrap up because I know you got other shit to do. It is a Friday night after all.
Yeah, I know.
But
cause after cause.
But I do have one last music question, and then we're gonna do something called the Random 10. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. You did an interview where you said you don't see yourself in music in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask you the stupid cliche questions. What do you got coming up next? No, fuck that. What serious steps, what real steps are you taking to get your music to the next level?
Man, 0.
Okay, why?
Cause, man, I do so much.
Yeah.
I record it, I mix it, I drop it, I push it.
Mm-hmm.
How much more do you want from me? My Tyrese shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And I guess, I would have to hire some people.
Absolutely.
That's what I should do, is hire people. At the same time, I just want to do my thing on my own right now. I feel like it's working for me right now.
So would you say music is more of like a therapy for you then?
A therapy?
You got to get shit off your chest. No. So you do want something to happen with your music.
If something happens, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to live, breathe, and die this shit. No, it's something happens, and thank you if something happens.
Okay. All right, that's real.
Plus, the music I want to make and do, I don't think is for like the majority of the listeners
who like consume hip hop today and make artists. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Like I don't fucking hear. I mean, no, I do and I don't, because I do believe that you can make that music. You just refuse to.
I don't want to.
Yeah, you just refuse.
That's why like guys like Westside Gun and Conway, Benny the Butcher, I shout these guys out all the time now. Like, yo, these are the guys that are kind of like giving me the inspiration to keep fucking dropping my shit. Like I hear their shit, I'm like, let me drop mine. So. But
you know what? The record that you did, where you were taking shots at Drizzy, the Clout record.
Nice for Clout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a commercial beat. That could have gone. If you were to flip on some shit like that, get the right hook.
Of course. Who's gonna who I am? I feel like, say I dropped a song with Belly.
Yeah.
Or The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Then but because I'm dropping it on my ones by myself, they're like, okay, gangster music.
And then that's just what it is.
Even if there's no swearing, even if there's no badness in the song, it's gonna be like, it is what it is.
And I seen an interview too where you talked about you don't even really want to put music out like that because people don't expect it from you. But then if you don't put music out like that, even if you put out the music and people are like, yo, what is this?
You know what it is? I've been putting out so much different stuff, and I don't know. I just feel like if I just stay on my hard shit, the slow gritty loops, the bars, the lyrics with those beats, people get to hear it more.
Yeah,
like they understand what I'm saying more instead of me just rapping all fast. I could rap as fast as friggin' Joyner Lucas.
Oh, I know.
Tory Lanez.
Yeah,
but it's like, what are you really saying, man? Like, slow it down
so people can hear
so we
what
can
it is you're
diss
saying.
you. Like,
All right, so but the music is still coming, and whatever happens. Yo, again, we got Goof. The link for that is in the description. We got. I don't even want to say the name.
In your description?
It's gonna be in the description for the YouTube video. It's gonna be in the description.
Man.
Suck Your Mom's record is gonna be in there as well. Comment. Let me know who you guys think won. I think that Barrs got him. Demon Diaries is also gonna be in the description as well. The link. Make sure you guys stream that. Put it on repeat when you fall asleep tonight and just stream it over and over.
But I got some other projects. Can I announce them real quick?
Fuck yeah, man.
Because after Demon Diaries, I just kept it moving. I dropped another album after that called The Duppy Butcher Shop.
Okay. Where can we get that?
Audiomac.com. A couple other sites. I don't know. Just type it in on Google.
The link for that will also be in the description as well as all his social media. I think you got some more music you want to shout out.
I dropped a couple playlists.
Okay.
People really enjoy those, and we got videos out. We got the 50 round drum right now. Me and Jeezy, Blue. I got another video coming out in a couple weeks. We working, man.
And that will also be in the description as well. Share. Listen, here's the thing. Like, comment, but fucking share. Sharing costs nothing. If you're not gonna purchase,
free, bitch.
Just share it, because things don't go viral if you don't fucking share it. It's a click. Yo, plug the social media.
Dre Barrs on IG. Dre Barrs on everything. Twitter, Facebook. Follow me, man. If you dope, I'll follow back. If I don't take it as offense, man. I got a lot of people just hitting me, and I stay off Instagram sometimes. So you already know. Hit me up on on all of that.
And make sure you follow me on Instagram. The Ignorance is Free with a Z, and on Twitter at I'm Chris Green. We're gonna wrap up, but first we're just gonna do the random 10. Random 10 is pretty basic, just 10 random questions, yes or no. Answer just accordingly, whatever first comes to mind. Okay, first question: should same-sex couples be allowed to kiss on TV?
Do what you guys want. I'm not watching that bumbo.
I think that means no.
No, that doesn't mean no. It means do what you guys want, because I am not watching that bumbo. That's what it means.
In your experience of all nationalities, who's the most racist?
I'll just say white people.
In the Biggie Smalls song, Gimme the Loot, Biggie's man Inf left something at the crib. What was it?
I don't know, man. I'm not worried about Biggie, fam.
My man Inf left a tech and a 9 at the crib.
Yo, fam, I have my own rhymes to remember. Straight up, like I understand when you ask these guys like Rich Homie Quan and Lil Pump this, but don't ask me. I'm a real MC. I can't remember Biggie's rhymes.
Yeah.
Straight up. Right now, yo, and it's crazy too. When I hear Biggie shit, I just bump it. Next question. No rapping a long thing. Take this thing,
Is there any truth to the skinny black guy and fat white girls theory?
That's an idiot thing. Black guys, skinny black guys, we just like thick girls, period. We don't want fat girls. Like, who the fuck wants a fat thing, yo? Tell Sagittarius saw t-shirts go suck our mother.
Vince Carter or Kyle Lowry?
Carter
all day.
My respect to the next youth there.
Growing up, were you like a Sega Genesis or a Nintendo guy?
I had Nintendo, but I liked Sega.
Preferred Sega. When was the last time you had macaroni, cheese, and hot dog?
Maybe when I was like 16.
Should sluts be shamed or celebrated?
Both.
Are you on Tinder?
What the frig is Tinder?
Tinder is that app where people just swipe left to fuck.
No, I'm not on Tinder. I've had fake accounts on Tinder, but I'm not on Tinder right now.
Who would win in a battle? You or Jeezy Loke?
Me or Jeezy Loke? A face-to-face battle? Or
track
for
battle.
track?
Track battle.
He's gonna win, man, because this guy, it's not fair, bro. This guy's way more fans than me, bro. Yeah. But shout out Jeezy still.
All right. So, you guys, there it is, man. That's the homeboy Dre Barrs, Random 10. Make sure you guys, again, like, comment, share, and don't forget to follow us on the Instagram. Mad respects for doing this, bro.
You already know, man. You already know.